Hi guys, another loading room session. Just took a pause from trimming my 6BR brass, which I completely have forgotten how much I hate doing this. It takes me so much time, even though I have a machine for it. It's not a three-way cutter, but I didn't want to focus on the boring stuff since I really don't need to do this ASAP right now. What I need to do right now is to get my load done for the long range session that I'm hopefully will have on Friday. Right now I have a load. I'm fairly happy with it, but I don't think it's at the level that I want it. When I started doing this load, I had a pre-production, or not pre-production, a early production of the bullet, the 143 grain GTX. Since then, that's like 2 years ago, I got the new batches here, which I have a complete batch for this year's season. I always try to get full batches for a season so I don't have to think about that during match season. What I noticed when I just took this bullet and tried to copy paste my load is that it doesn't shoot as good as it did with the old bullet, and compared the old one to the new one, and I could see there's some difference. And I don't talk about the difference in the standard deviation of the bullet for the better, but since I did my load development for the old one, I have to redo my load development for the new bullet. I'm hoping to be able to do like a quick fix on the load I have right now. It's good enough to shoot with. It wouldn't be a problem to bring this to a competition, but I'm always looking for the best and also a load that I can stop thinking about during the season, because I know it will be as good as it can be. Now it's sitting in about 805 meters per second, and when I started it was 790 something around there, and of course the barrel speeds up, and it's a new barrel, so nothing strange about that. But I'm going to try to lower the load about a half grain to get it back to size 790. So a couple of you asked me how I do my load development, and I start by doing a ladder. Maybe I have like 0.2 grains on each shot, and I do 10 of them between say 34 to 36 grains of powder. Then I check for speed and also point of impact. There I see there is a consistency through the horizontal line. When I have found a speed and consistent point of impact, I narrow it down to like 3-4, and then I load up around 5 of each to see how the ES and the SDs are, the speeds and the extreme spread and the standard deviations of them. And when I found something I feel like that's a sweet spot for me, load up 3 and start a seeding depth test. And I only shoot 3 because if it doesn't group on 3, there's no way to shoot 5. I found both a speed that's consistent and a seeding depth that's good enough. Then I load up like 10-20 rounds and shoot both on paper but on target to see that it really does what I want it to do. Development isn't about like going to the range 3 times. For me, it's finding a good and consistent load and then like try it during all my off season for 2-3 months, so I feel really confident about that load. Hopefully the weather will be better until Friday when we're going out shooting, and what I'm searching for then is to gather as much data as possible for this bullet and this load, so I can use that during the season and also for the World Championships. I mean, 1300 meters, we will have target all the way out to 1300, so we can verify the subsonic and transonic zones as well. But this is like one of my opportunities to really verify the bullet. So I hope that we'll get some good impacts that we can verify data on, and that the weather is not that bad. It's just to make the best of the day and gather as much data as possible. Now I'm going back to brass prepping. Got a couple of hundred. This is just 2 boxes. I got 2 more there, fill up with cases. It's gonna be a long night here. Stay tuned and we'll see you after we've been shooting some long range.